Hi you guys, my name is Derrick Rashid and welcome to my channel. Alright, I'm gonna just say this right off top because I know someone probably is gonna say that I'm missing details or anything like that. I just want to let you guys know that I do not watch trailers. I'm not into spoilers. I don't want to know what's gonna go on because I'm gonna watch it anyway. So, as I mentioned previously in another video, I am obsessed with 90 Day Fiance, and TLC just released a new cast for the new season that starts next month. Yeah, next month. So, I am just going to bring you to speed on the couples that will be featured on this season. Now, I only went so far with my Googling and like rewatching clips and everything, so this isn't going to be a complete story. I hope you guys tune in. Like I said, I live tweet this show, so if you want to be a part of the 90 Day fam, come on. Our first couple is going to be Kalani and Asuelu. They actually met in Samoa where Asuelu lives. Kalani was on vacation. They hit it off, whatever. She came back. She lost her virginity. She got pregnant. Big hoopla because she's Mormon, and you know that's an entire thing. Escándalo. So her family wasn't really here for the relationship, and it was just a lot. So she's dealing with this pregnancy while he's in another country. Her sister stepped in to take care of Kalani and help raise the baby because he didn't come back until after the baby was born. So it's just like a whole bunch of animosity between the family at this point versus him. At the end of the day, like, stuff happens. Asuelu is now in the country. Kalani's driving. Asuelu is in the back seat with the baby. The baby starts crying, right? As they do. And so he goes to comfort the baby, as he should. But he takes the baby out of the car seat. And Kalani flips out. When I tell you, like, let's pull this car over.
Because obviously you're not grown enough to understand that taking a baby out of a car seat while the car is moving is dangerous.
And I'm like, time out, girl. I get where you're coming from. I truly do. I get where you're coming from. But the baby was not being comforted while it was in the car seat. So, I mean, yeah, is it against the law? Maybe. But we gotta comfort the baby. I've never been a mom, obviously. But I just feel like that's what I'm going to chalk it up to with the first time mom thing. Overprotective, I get it. I'm going to let her have it. Asuelu is basically learning to become a father to this child that was born while he wasn't here. And Kalani like kind of questions the relationship, questions Asuelu's maturity. And during this time, she gets pregnant again. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby number 2. And she only tells the women in her family, her mom, her sister, whatever. Her dad doesn't find out until right before the ceremony, and she only told her sister, Karine, at the bachelorette party, so there wouldn't be anything as to why she wasn't drinking. So she flipped out about that, and it was just a whole thing, like completely unnecessary, but I get it. But he's here now. He's trying to do the best that he can. They're a couple. Sometimes things happen when you don't wear protection. You can get pregnant. The wedding goes off without a hitch. The dad doesn't stand up. None of her family stands up to object. And then baby Kennedy, is the second baby, is born. And I guess we're going to see what happens after that. It seems as though prior to baby Kennedy's arrival that the family kind of mended. The next couple we have is Colt and Larissa. Larissa's from Brazil. You know what? Time out. Time out. Why are we even doing this when they're not even together? They're not a couple. They got a divorce. So, you know what? I'm gonna just go through it. So like I said, Larissa is from Brazil. And you kind of get it before she even comes to the States that she's not here necessarily for love. She's either here for a green card, she's here because of what appears to be Colt's wallet. It's just, it's a lie. It's a lie. I wasn't here for it from the beginning, but anyway, she comes here, she gets off the plane, and the first thing she says to him is, "Where are my flowers?" Not, "I'm excited to see you, I love you, blah blah blah, where are my flowers?" So we want a gift. I will say, She was cute though when she got off that plane. I don't know if she wore that from Brazil to here, because that, I don't know, that just seems like it would have been an uncomfortable outfit to sit in, but she was real cute though. There's kind of a third part to this relationship, this whole Colt Larissa thing. Colt lives with his mother. He shares a bank account with his mother. They do everything together, it seems like. Like at some point it was a, are you sleeping with your mom kind of deal. Like, let us know, because this relationship is extremely close. At some point, like the umbilical cord, gotta get cut.
Clipped.
Colt picks up Larissa from the airport, and then he drives her home. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but they live in Las Vegas, aka a desert, and he doesn't have an air conditioning. How do you live in a desert and don't have AC in your car? Right from the jump, there was just a lot of drama between Colt and Larissa, Larissa and Debbie, Larissa and Colt's cousin John, I think that's his name. I call him Bubba. Bubba told Colt that when these 90 days are up, he needs to send her back. Colt started looking at flights and trying to rub it in Larissa's face. I do not believe that Colt is an angel. I think he plays the part to try to get sympathy, but I definitely think that he antagonized Larissa a lot more than he should have, or what was on camera. But people just don't fly off the handle just to fly off the handle. Like, they have to be provoked. I guess we're just going to follow the two of them leading their separate single lives and whatever, and it's probably going to be a waste of all of our times. The next couple we have is Tania and Syngin. Syngin is from South Africa, where they met on a trip. Tanya was down there for 5 months or so. They met, they got engaged down there. She came back to the States, started working for a year to try to save up to get him to come. So he finally comes. And who is he greeted at the airport by? Tanya and her two friends. 3 people. He makes 4. It's a lot. Like, that's just a lot of people, and they're just there, and it's like they haven't seen each other in a year or whatever, and you're here in my space. Like, at some point Syngin was like, yo, you guys have to go, like, we need time, and close the room door and was like, we'll see y'all later. After that whole fiasco, they gallivant around New York and they do some sightseeing and whatnot, and then they go home. I want to say Tanya is in Connecticut. And what is home? Home is the shed in the back of Tanya's mother's house, which she did nothing to prepare for. Syngin has to prepare the shed for them to live in while she goes to Costa Rica. Surprise, surprise. She booked a trip to go to Costa Rica for 30 days. Mind you, they're only here, well, he's only here for 90 days. If they don't get married within these 90 days, he has to go back to his home country. She books a trip in the middle of this, so now technically they only have 60 days. Sis, what are you doing? After that bomb is dropped, we get this moment between Syngin and Tanya's mother, and she's like,
I got a bone to pick with you, bro. Don't be drinking my Jack.
And I'm like, hold up. It's like, calm down, Mama Dukes. So he was like, all right, I won't drink your Jack without your knowledge. She was like, or you can just replace it. Those 30 days they had to spend together while Tanya was MIA, doing whatever, being single, apparently, all up in Costa Rica. She flirting with dudes. Her and her girls are just like out here, no bras, no shoes, no nothing. I think she wanted to be like a witch doctor. We don't really know what she learned by the time she came back. All we do know is while she was there, she wasn't really communicating with Syngin. She basically told him,
I can't promise you that I'm gonna communicate with you while I'm here.
So she's finally back. She is finally back in the States. The question is asked of, do they believe that they're each other's soulmate? Syngin says yes. Tanya says no. She feels like she already met her soulmate in a previous relationship. So that's a whole nother thing. But they got married anyway.
Why?
Our next couple Elizabeth and Andrei. I can't roll my R's. We got this from another video. Andrei, I can't do that thing. They met on Tinder. He's from Moldova, and he proposes to her while she's there. So, backstory, Elizabeth works for her father, who appears to be like a property manager. Prior to, we get the vibe that Elizabeth's family is not here for Andrei, and when he comes here, he's not really here for them either. So no one likes anyone, basically, and Libby's caught in the middle between her family, and they're like, you're changing, what is he bringing to the table kind of situation, and he's like, this is my relationship, you guys need to butt out of it kind of situation. But the way that he carries it, it comes off as controlling. I'ma just say it like it is. And she is apparently muting herself, and she said that once a woman finds a husband, she will naturally submit to him. Sure, if that's how you're set up, sure, yep, let's go for that. So another argument that they have is regarding the bachelorette party. The sisters want to take Libby over to Vegas, and he's like, absolutely not. If she goes, she has to check in, and she has to be home by this certain time. They as in her sisters, took her phone. They're like, nope, this is your night. We don't want you to be like boggled down with anything. She throws a hissy fit because she can't communicate with her husband on her bachelorette night, which I'm not sure if that's a thing. But again, she has to check in apparently. They give her a phone back, and now she's all excited. She comes back home, and then she divulges basically what happened. She tells him that they went to a club, and she was drinking, and she was dancing, and she got up on this little ledge thing, and he basically told her that she was being trashy. To quote him, he literally says,
"You know how I feel when you disappear."
So we're gonna fast forward to their wedding day, because there's nothing but drama prior to and after. The mom is like, well, I'm here, and her dad's like, he doesn't deserve you. After the wedding, they're talking about, we're gonna have another wedding in Moldova, and with what money, sis? You still don't got a job, sir. And that's basically what her family said. Her family was like, why? How are you going to pay for another wedding? And then he gets in the hissy fit because they're in his business again when he kind of sort of brought it up, and they all know that he's not working. They get pregnant. She's very pregnant. Her dad is like, oh, here's a house you guys can stay in rent free. Cool, nice setup, right? Andrei's like, no, we are not gonna take a handout from your father, because then he's gonna feel entitled and that we owe him some things, so we're gonna move. Okay, he still doesn't have a job at this point, so how are you gonna move? Libby goes to her father and gets the money for them to be able to move, and tells her husband a lie that she got a bonus, she got an advance at work. She's pregnant. She's at the point where she needs to like start really considering maternity leave. But again, he does not have a job, so how are they going to make money? She says, husband, you should reach out to my father and see if he could give you a job. No. The baby's born. We basically have no confirmation that Andrei has a real job, something that's steady.
We don't get down like that. Everybody here go to work.
So that's where we are. The famous Angela and Michael is our next couple. Michael lives in Nigeria. Angela is from, I don't know where she's from. Georgia. We basically gonna run through this one. There's a lot of fighting. She goes over to Nigeria, back and forth. They get in arguments. He buys her a cake to make up. She brings him Trump apparel and memorabilia, and I guess that's how they keep everything going. Angela gets in fights with Michael's friends, throws drinks in their faces. She storms off. His family, his friends are not here for the relationship. Her family is not really here for the relationship. By the way, she takes care of like all her grandchildren. Her daughter also lives there. Her mother lives there. There's like 10 people in this little trailer. I think it's a trailer, whatever, double, I don't know, in their home. Oh, and on top of that, obviously Michael wants to have a kid because he's younger than her, and his family is also like, if you guys get married, you need to let him have a kid with someone else. So she is determined to have a child and goes to her daughter and is like, what does she say? How does she say it? Well, I can told it, I just need your egg. She asked her daughter for her egg because Angela only has one at this point, and her daughter's like, no, like, you're not getting my egg for you to have my son, daughter, brother, sister for a relationship that I'm not even here for. So no, Michael's visa didn't get approved, so Angela then goes back over there, and she's kind of at the point where she's coming to the realization that she may not be able to use her her tax-paying right of getting married in the States, and she'll have to get married in Nigeria. And according to my goobs, that they got married, I'm assuming, during the filming of this season, and that was, I believe, earlier this year. So they got married in Nigeria, and that's where we're gonna follow them up to, and probably a little bit past that for the season. We have Paul and Karine up next. Karine lives in Brazil. For Paul to get to Brazil, he packs literally for 75 people. He takes like those big behind luggage crates and like 3 duffel bags, and that's how he's gonna get there. He has to take a river cruise, 3 taxis, a plane. Like, he just got to go through all this stuff to get there to her. They don't speak each other's languages. They communicate via an app. He tells Karine that he has a criminal record, and then he runs away. And then she runs after him, and then she gets mugged by a guy with a machete. There's a lot of literal like running away from each other, breaking up, back and forth. And Karine's like, bro, you need to learn how to communicate. Pull out the app, Paul. Pull out the app. Throughout all this, Karine somehow gets pregnant. Unfortunately, she does have a miscarriage. They got pregnant again, and now they have baby Pierre. Paul's mom goes over to Brazil as well, and it seems like they're cohabitating. They're getting better with communicating. Apparently they're pregnant again, according to the Googs. You know what, guys? I'm gonna break my rule, and I'm gonna watch this trailer. I'm gonna watch it.
Where's my virus?
Wow. The beginning is always so good.
I do it.
I'm organizing a wedding in my country.
Oh, we're
and you're
keeping
all
this.
invited.
Okay.
Hey.
Who are you?
Colt 2.0. Would you like to probably
Colt
have sex?
2.0.
Oh, I wanted to feel confident and sex. Like, I wanted that body. There's
Girl.
a baby in there.
Who pregnant?
Yeah, that's intestines.
Oh my God, Angela.
America. Hey!
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
baby, no, Marcy. All right there.
Okay, Kalani.
Tell Asuelu that I don't like you. I'm done. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Hey, if your sister would have touched my body,
Oh, and
I would have
poppin'.
dropped her. Period.
Period.
You don't even recognize me as your soulmate.
And I told you I'm not doing that.
Ooh.
I am who I am, and you take it or leave it.
Leave it, Michael.
Where you at right now, girl? You're here in my house.
Gonna call the cops?
I'm gonna him up, I'm telling you.
No, he's not leaving.
Whoa.
Hey.
Damn.
Again!
What are you talking about?
Vanessa thought you were still friends. You talk every day.
Who is Vanessa?
Fine.
Alright, Colt. I'm ready. Oh, that was so good. Everybody got drama. I'm here for it. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try. We're gonna see. I'm gonna do something for each episode. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I do live tweet this. So get on my socials. Twitter is where I'm most active, and Instagram, those handles are Derrick_Rashid. Let's just do it. Like, if you're into trashy TV, you're gonna love 90 Day Fiance. I already gave you a brief rundown of all the couples that are gonna be on this season. So if you haven't watched before, what you waiting for? Now's the perfect time. June 5th, I think the season premieres. I'll put it all down in the comments. I will link to the trailer that I just watched so that you guys can all see, because obviously I had to cut some stuff up so that you can just get my reaction. I will see you guys after episode 1. Bye.